Hi. Hello. It's magic. Magic. So, we're back. We're doing Modern Chude, and full disclosure, we already filmed this matchup once, but I took a look at the footage, and for some reason it turned into like a sepia nightmare. And get a horse on my end step. Horse. Because the white balance settings were completely wrong on the camera.
They just decided to reset themselves.
Yeah. So rather than force you to sit through that, which it wasn't that interesting a games anyway.
Where's our 100-sided dice? 100 beasts.
100 beasts. Okay. We're just redoing it. So that's what we're doing today. I am playing a deck called Eldritch Horse. It is a deck based around Eldritch Evolution and Crested Sunmare, and a bunch of cards that gain you life in various ways. Sap Peep Forest, Kitchen Finks, Spike Feeder.
Yeah, Spike Feeder.
Stuff like that. And the general idea is try and gain life on your turn and your opponent's turn while you have a Crested Sunmare in play. And
when it comes back to you, you have 15 power attacking all of a sudden.
All of a sudden there's some horses in play. So, yeah. Kitchen Finks especially is really sweet with that because you Eldritch the Finks away, go grab a horse, and then stack your triggers such that you gain... Well, actually, it doesn't even matter because it just gain life that turn. Yeah, so the Kitchen Finks comes back, gains life, and then that would trigger the horse, and then you get another horse. Just from
Spike
that.
Feeder being the same way. You remove the counter, then you Eldritch him,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a horse.
Yeah.
And you get another horse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also, if you have one out and you already have a horse, you can activate that on your opponent's turn so you can get a horse on their end step as well, because it is symmetric.
Or the Sapseed Forest also helps with that.
Indeed. So that's what I'm playing. You?
As for me, I am playing Planebound Curio, which utilizes the new Planebound Accomplice, which is sneak and show for Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
And then Cloudstone Curio, which causes our Planeswalkers to kind of bounce themselves.
Yeah.
And then we use a bunch of the Planeswalkers that produce mana in various ways, like Garruk, Koth, some of the Chandras, because they have an ability that gains 2 mana.
Yeah.
They get 2 activations, and then the other Planeswalker can use an effect to like make beasts or just deal direct damage.
So basically, the general idea behind your deck is all your Planeswalkers have such big egos that you can't have more than one out at a time. If a new one comes out, the other one has to go home because...
But it's like rap battles. They have to take turns.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's what you should call it, rap battles. Anyway, so Decided goes first. Hopefully this doesn't take forever. We are going to roll until we get our respective things. So in my case, I have this dice with a bunch of animals on it, and I'm going to roll until I get a horse.
And I guess since, I can only have one Planeswalker on the field, I'll roll until I just have one horseshoe.
You don't want to get 4 so that you domesticate my horse?
So I just steal your horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, so you go until you get a 4, I go until I get a horse, and whoever gets it first gets to go first. So, fish.
Ooh.
Single horseshoe. Can't put that on a fish at all.
But it's lucky.
It is lucky. Ant. 2. Can't. That's not enough for an ant either. Turtle.
3.
Horse. 1.
I went 1, 2, 3. I was really hoping it'd be the 4, but
well, you domesticated one haunch, so congratulations. I'll go first, and we'll see you in game 1. That was a satisfying thud, actually.
That was.
So if you put Mr. Boopster in the microwave, since he's filled with rice, would he smell like a delicious treat?
Probably. Like those rice bags that you eat up? You probably would. Take the metal off first.
Alright, game 1. Gonna show my hand. Now, this is kind of a sweet hand. Not because it's good in this game, but look at all of that lovely goodness. That's a lot of foilies. So, yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
And we've got... just a single foil, so it's a lot less exciting, I guess. I don't know how many of your cards are foil, but probably more than 1.
It's every card in my hand except for this one. Go.
Draw for turn.
Which actually isn't really saying a lot because there's a lot of like promos and stuff.
Stomping Ground, untapped. 18. And a Utopia Sprawl naming red.
Okay. Crickety crack of that. 19. Temple Garden tapped.
Untap.
Oh,
Oh,
that was your end step.
right.
That would be a really pathetic turn.
Yes.
Crack my fetch land, get a tap land, pass.
A little ahead of myself there.
Anyway, draw. Here's a foil plains, and excuse me.
Scooze.
Good.
Untap. Draw for turn. Kinda sucks, but I think that's what we have to do. Steam Vents untapped.
Yep.
And 3 mana for a Cloudstone Curio.
Okay.
Hit your go.
Worth noting, that card is very annoying on Magic Online when you're playing this deck because it counts for your lands, it counts for your fetch lands, it counts for everything. Sucks. Draw.
Like, hey, would you like to bounce a land now that you played a fetch land? No. Hey, would you like to bounce a land now that you fetched your fetch land? Still no.
I'm gonna bash you for 2.
14.
And I'm going to play a lovely birdie and a tapped Temple Garden to you.
Untap. Draw for turn. Bloodstained Mire. How best do we do this?
I guess I gotta be like Magic Online. Would you care to bounce one of your lands?
No.
Okay.
Bonds of Flourishing.
Oh, that's a fun one.
So that will gain 3 life, going up to 17, and then look at our top 3 cards and choose a permanent card from among them. And I don't think I need any of those. So we'll take this one.
I think you have to reveal it because it's permanent. Right?
Ah, yes. We're going to take a very exciting Wooded Foothills.
That is very exciting.
And we're going to crack this going to 16
Yeah.
to find how they're just in a way stomping ground tapped.
Okay.
And I don't think I'll.
You're gonna
take that.
decline?
Yeah, I'll decline that effect.
All right. Is that it?
And I think to be safe, we need to bolt the bird.
This is the debate. Bird down.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Ooh, there's a decent one off the top. Here is a Courser of Crewfix. Play with the top card of my library revealed. You may
And
play
it's
it
a land.
if it's a land. So I'm going to choose to play this whatever, this forest, and gain a life off of that, going back up to 20. Feel my top card, which is a Kitchen Finks, and then I'll attack you for 2.
14.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Wooded Foothills. Crack that going to 13. And we'll find just a forest.
Mm-hmm. Up to 5 now?
Yes. You're tapped out at the moment.
I am tapped out, yes. Four cards in hand. None of which is a force of negation.
So, 4 mana
Mm-hmm.
for a Chandra Novice Pyromancer.
Okay.
And I will go down to deal 2 damage to that.
Deadman.
And it is your go.
Interesting. Okay. Untap. Draw that Finks. Reveal Spike Feeder. Honestly, not quite what I was looking for. So I think... attack Chandra.
Chandra goes to 1.
2 mana. There's another Scavenging Ooze. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Very exciting. Copperline Gorge tapped.
Yep. Seems like you're getting a bit flooded here.
Just a bit. But we will pay 5 mana for a Chandra, or a Sarkin Unbroken.
Yep.
And since a Planeswalker enters the battlefield, I will bounce this Chandra.
Yeah. I guess it wouldn't have made a difference if you went up with it first.
No, I could pump elementals,
Yep.
but wouldn't have been the most exciting.
No. It would have been not very effective.
And I think I will make a dragon.
Okay. We got a battle.
Rawr. And it is your go.
End of turn. What do you got in there? Not a ton. End of turn, I will...
I don't think I have any way to recur my graveyard either.
Yeah. Well, I meant for those.
Yeah, but I don't have any creatures,
Sure.
so you just have...
Well, I only have 2, so I
So
can't
you
put
have
this
2.
over dragon range. That was basically what I was debating. So I will just activate this Sapseep Forest to gain 1 life. Go to 21. Because I have 2 green permanents.
Ah, yes.
Untap. Draw a Spiky. Reveal a Birds of Paradise.
Burb. Almost
Sure.
a land.
Unexciting draws here. So I can only grow this by a couple. Which doesn't seem great. Or... okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Path the Dragon.
Goodbye, dragon. I will erect a mountain in his honor.
Sounds good. How does one tap a mountain? I get tapping a tree. How does one tap a mountain? Do you just put like a straw in the side of the rock?
Yeah, and you suck out the lava.
Yeah. So it's like one of those brownie explosion things that... Who sells those? Lava cakes.
Lava cakes.
Lava cakes. That's how
Yeah,
you tap a mountain.
it's like the same thing of those.
Bake it into a lava cake. Okay, so that's...
The forest, you get the sweet, sweet maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Swamps, you get well, not the best. I don't know why you'd want to drink that.
Yeah. No.
Islands, you get.
That's just
ocean-
water. That's
yeah.
just healthy for you.
Well, depends. Is it an ocean island? Because that's not as healthy.
Yeah, that's true. That's full of all sorts of fecal leavings.
So go to
of
11 from
fish.
that. You're not going to pump it.
No pumps. No pumps. Just 2. 2 to it.
And then plains. What? I guess they're groundwater, like wells. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of some.
Wheat. there's wheat.
But you don't... How do you tap wheat?
Yeah, good point. There's some trees on a plane.
There's like when if you like sugar beets, when you like juice them, I guess.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That kind of works. And if you go really deserty with it, you could tap a cactus.
Yeah.
You maybe not in the sexual sense. That would hurt your penis. But yeah. Anyway, here's a spike feeder. Go.
Untap. Draw for turn. And you appear to be tapped out.
Yes, I do appear that way.
Here's a Planebound Accomplice.
Oh, okay. Well, you still need 2 planeswalkers.
I will pay a red to reveal this Chandra, Novice Pyromancer. Who will...
Oh, well, that's one I knew about, of course.
Who will add 2 red to my mana pool.
Yeah.
And then I will use 1 of that red to make a Garruk.
Ah, that'll do.
And, of course, bouncing.
Yep.
And then Garruk will untap 2 lands.
Yep.
So I can make 2 red. And then I will, of course, use that to flicker back the Chandra. And the mana that I'm producing doesn't really matter because I'll just be using Chandra to deal 2 damage to you.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can clear your field first, too. But, of course, since Garruk's always producing 2 mana...
Yeah.
He's always untapping 2 lands, so 1 for the Chandra, and then 1 for himself again. And that way I can just flicker and always use Chandra as 2 damage. So we can clear your board, and then you.
Sure. I am dead. Yeah, so I was basically banking on that being your second Planeswalkers, which is why I threw this away.
Was my second Planeswalker. I drew Garruk this time.
Oh, that's so lucky. Yeah, my game plan with pathing that was take care of the Sarkhan, hope you didn't have another backup one, and then slime the Curio if I ever drew another land, but stuck at 4. Yeah.
So glad I got rid of that bird.
It was a good choice. It was a good choice. I was like 50-50 on pathing it right then and there just to turn it into a land, but my thought was if I didn't also top deck a land, I still wouldn't get to 5.
Yeah, you still would be stuck at
4. So that was game 1, and we will see you in game 2. Alright, welcome back to the horse races. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the starting lineup. These are my starting lineup. That's what I meant to say. So these cards, they're good cards. Go ahead.
And for my starting lineup, we've got... those. I'm not sure any of them are very horse-like. But you can place your bets.
All right. Doesn't really seem fair if you have horses against, like, people, but maybe. Horizon Canopy. Go ahead.
I mean, the horse would win in the race.
That's what I mean.
But then, what if we have, like, a dragon or something?
Well, that's fair. That is definitely fair.
We're going to go for...
Horse does win
Stomping Ground, untapped.
A little bigger.
And a Utopia Sprawl, naming red.
Yep.
So I guess that's tapped.
Yes.
Enter go.
Signed, and now it taps for 2 colors. Draw card.
It's a very good Stomping Ground.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can dig on that. Here is an...
Been stomped down well enough for the horse race.
Yeah, exactly. We're building a track. We haven't started the race yet. We're still building the track. Temple Garden untapped. Going to 18. Ow. Going to 17. Excuse me. There's some ooze on the track. You gotta scrape that, or
you gotta scrape that
get
off.
that out of the way. The horses will get stuck. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. A forest.
Yup.
An Oath of Nissa.
Okay.
So, gotta look at the top 3.
Land, creature, or planeswalker.
Wow, that's very unexciting. Here's a Copperline Gorge.
All right.
I mean, it's still on time, so
Yeah.
there's at least that.
It's true.
And... a red and a green.
Mm-hmm.
For a Tormenting Voice.
Yes.
Discarding a Stomping Ground.
And, unfortunately, I don't know if that ever was a Faithless Looting before we filmed this, but the last time we filmed this was pre-ban, and this is post-ban. So if that was a Faithless Looting, it can't be anymore.
Yeah, I think we tried Faithless Looting, but the card disadvantage when you need like 4 parts is very bad.
Yeah. Unlike other decks where you
The
really
graveyard
utilize
is
the
a
graveyard.
resource.
Yeah.
And it's your go.
All right. What'd you discard? Stompy?
Stompy.
Untap. Draw.
We already got the ground stomped out. We don't need more of it.
No. I think that's overkill, probably.
And the voice is telling you to gamble on the wrong horse, I guess.
Do I run this out here or do I wait a turn? Screw it. Wooded Foothills. Crack that. Going to 16. Get a Plains. Nope, can't get a Plains. That's a Wooded Foothills. Get a Temple Garden untapped. 14. Luckily, your deck most of the time kills me in one hit, so
Yes.
my life total is not super important. I mean, I guess theoretically you could like slowly beast me out with Garruks or Dragons with Sarkin or whatever, but ouch. 13. Here's a Courser of Crewfix. Foil win this time. Top card is a Plains.
A card you'd really like to fetch.
Yes. But next turn, I guess I get to play it and gain a life, which is okay with me. Attack you for 2.
16.
Go.
Untap. Draw for turn. Well, kinda good, but kinda not. Oh, gotta remember, we had this, so we gotta play it this turn.
Yes.
And 4 mana for Garruk,
Okay.
who will make a beast.
Sounds good.
Rar. Enter go.
Untap. Draw that Plains. Reveal that Hierarch. Yeah, so I will play a Plains, gain a life, going to 14. And then cast an Eldritch Evolution on my Courser. So, sacrifice that. Go fetch up a 5-drop, or less, or whatever.
Could be anything. And you've even gained life this turn.
I even gain life this turn. So, here is a Crested Sunmare. Had to get the foil one. Other horses,
obviously.
Yes. Other horses I control have Indestructible, which is awesome. And, yeah. I will not attack Garruk.
Oh, and you even have
I
the
don't
Scooze to gain
think-
life on my turn.
I do, yes. Yeah, so it's not worth attacking Garruk. I will pass the turn. On my end step, poop out a little horse here.
Horse.
And pass turn.
This better be a very good draw. So I don't think 1 draw is good enough, so... was not a good draw.
I think you would have enough mana to do both if you had both. With Garruk's untap.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm missing a few pieces, which is the problematic part. So an Oath of Nissa,
Yep.
and I don't think it matters which one I keep, because I get
No.
the effect either way.
No, she can only take 1 oath at a time. Just like marriage, you can't be married to multiple people unless you really want to, you know. In which
Guess we'll
case,
take that.
who's really going to stop?
We're going to take a Chandra. And the rest on the bottom in any order.
Sometimes you gotta have sister wives. You know? Also, stop before you go to your end step.
Yeah. That is best here. You can play a forest.
Mm-hmm.
We can make a beast.
Yep. Go straight into beast mode.
And we can play a Cloudstone Curio.
Mm-hmm.
And it is your go.
And
So-
it's,
Yeah.
before you go to your end step,
Yes, so
the last
second-
priority on your second main phase, I will pay a life, go to 13, activate the Scavenging Ooze to remove this Courser of Crewfix, go back to 14.
Which
Counter.
is a gain of life trigger. It doesn't
Yes.
matter that you're at the same life total.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah, they don't cancel each other out. So I have gained a life this turn, so on your end step, Horse.
Horse.
Good.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. So here's what's going to happen now. Okay? Horse racing, turns out, it's illegal now. Path that beast. Path that beast. Path that beast in response to my other path for that beast. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to exile your team. Because horse racing isn't a thing anymore.
Well, no, you had to clear the way for the horse race.
Well, no, now it's just the horses get to
Yeah,
run free.
Well, no, the horses, they're just going to race right into me.
I guess. Fair enough.
You just let them right into the stands.
Yeah. Exactly. So there goes the audience, and here goes some wild horses right at your face.
Well, then.
Also, there's a bird for some reason.
Dead.
Yeah! All right.
If I had a bolt, I could have survived, but sadly, no.
Really? How would you...
Because I could still bolt because I was at 16.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah,
So.
I guess.
But I wasn't winning with that.
Mm.
Maybe that. Just couldn't find my accomplice. Had all the other parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was game 2, and we will see you in game 3. All right, game 3. Go ahead.
And we've got those.
And for myself, no wild horses. At least in this hand. But you never know what'll happen.
I mean, you
the
don't really want the
exhibition
horses
grounds.
in your...
No, you don't. Unless you have like a ton of mana accelerators.
So I think I will once again set the stage with a stomping ground.
Sure. This one is less stomped out.
Yes.
And the
It's
previous.
just coming tapped, so... And your go.
Haha! Tap when... Nope. No, untapped. Temple Garden. Forgot I had this one drop in my hand. Noble Hierarch. 18.
My go.
Yep.
Untap.
It's the first audience
Draw
member
for turn.
for the 3rd annual horse race.
A mountain.
A mountain.
And here is a Bonds of Flourishing. So, go up to 23. Top 3. Don't know why I had to pick up my whole library for that.
Why not?
And... Here is a Chandra, Novice Pyromancer.
That is a permanent. Although,
And
in your deck, it's not really a permanent. More of a spell. Costs 1
Integral.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 red. Draw. Actually, yeah, that's okay. So, Windswept Heath, Crackety Crack, 17. That'll fetch out Plains. And I will offer you a cut because I got myself a Courser of Crewfix.
Haha.
And I want whatever's on the top to be your fault. It's a horse. Go ahead.
I found the horse for you. Untap. Draw for turn. A Bloodstained Mire. Crack that going to 22. And that will find me a mountain.
This is kind of a horse. Half of it is.
Yeah, it's half horse, half man.
Yeah.
Got all kinds of variety in horses.
Mm-hmm.
I have Cloudstone Curio.
That is quite the curio.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a horse. Reveal. Another hierarch. Another audience member. So far, I don't know what we're watching.
Yeah.
There's one person in the audience watching half of a horse. Yeah, so here is a...
I'm wondering if... Did she love a horse a little more than society said she should?
I'm thinking so. Now I'm wondering what that stick is for. Windswept Heath. Gain a life. Go to 18. Crack that. Go into 17. Goodbye, audience member. We scared her away with all this weird talk. Here's another Plains gain a life back. Going to 18.
It's like it never even happened.
Yeah. And... shall I make your life a little harder? By giving myself hexproof? And my creatures?
Got it. Oh, God, that's beautiful.
Attack for 2.
20.
Go.
Untap. Draw for turn. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to make my
Yeah, okay.
life hard enough.
Well, I had half
Here
a horse.
is a Planebound Accomplice.
Yep.
And here, for 1 red, is a Chandra Torch of Defiance.
Yeah. You just
Who,
gotta show me the second one.
Who will make me, 2 red,
Mm-hmm.
in which I will use 1 of that red to play a Chandra Novice Pyromancer. So it's like she's flickering in existences between being the novice and
Does this mean...
the expert.
Is she a schizophrenic, then? She just keeps changing personalities?
She tried to time travel, and now she's stuck in a time loop where she keeps getting older and younger repeatedly.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
And so 2 damage to that.
Yep.
Chandra, make 2 red.
Yep.
Chandra, 2 damage to that.
Yep.
And then
Shall I put this in the graveyard?
and then I guess we can switch it up. So this one will make 2 red. This one will make 2 red. And then this one will exile cards that will kill you with. So 2 damage to you.
16.
2 damage to you.
14.
2 damage to you.
12.
2 damage to
10.
you. 2 damage
8.
to you. 2 damage
6.
to you.
4.
2 damage to you. 2
2.
damage to you. And 2 damage to you. It's always opponents.
0. Yeah, you got me.
You don't want to kill you with the same Chandra twice,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, so obviously would have kept up a path if I had it, but instead I just had some angels and some horses, Just like a lot of angels and horses.
Yeah.
But at least we got half a horse and 1 audience member. What more can you ask for, really, for a horse race?
But
for 1 person?
sadly,
Fair
I
enough.
burned it all down.
You did burn it all down. Well, it was illegal. This was the illegal horse race. After last game, we determined this isn't allowed anymore. So this was just them skirting the law,
Yeah, just had to burn it down.
Yeah.
Or just no evidence. No horse races ever took place here. It's just
Exactly.
It's just a burned out forest.
There's no remnants of anything. It was just a bonfire that happened miraculously. So yeah, that was this. You've successfully put some horseshoes upon me, and that sounds weird. We'll see you next week.
Bye.